I think I don't know how to share screen, and mostly what I want is to share screen. I don't know if I will share screen and it will be possible. Let's see if we can share screen. That's a port. Let's see. Yeah, what we want to share screen. Let's see, share screen. Right, video. Right video. Let's see. And yeah, if you want, you can hide. If I want, I can hide. But if I hide, yeah, all about this. Yeah. Uh, share. Um, mm, maybe I have to be on Zoom. I don't know. Light. Yeah, light is good. Let's put light on. Light is good. Let's see. Flip, mute, retouch. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to talk about an update about humanoid robots, but it look like sharing the screen is not an option here. Maybe I'll do it on laptop because yeah, it can be possible. Mm. But yeah, let's talk. Yeah. So I will share screen next time. What I want to tell you, I will show you when I have time, where it will be possible, about the capacity of Tesla humanoid robots. I can consider now on top list, top five humanoid robots which are advanced. Uh, uh, Tesla humanoid robot, which they call Optimus, is number one. It is number one because it has hands. It has hands, yes, which like humans, and can talk. But other robots like Digit or 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 Atlas, they don't have real hands as human. They have like these five digits, five fingers, and they don't talk. They don't talk. They are still making sure that they can talk. And yeah, those are three. So the first one, number one, top, the first can be Tesla humanoid robot, which is called Optimus, then Atlas, then then uh, then yeah, the robot that I want to say is that one of Digit, yeah, the third, and then there is another one, another robot which is more a little bit advanced, which was called Asimo, but Asimo was replaced by Walker. Walker was replaced, and there is Unitry. G Unitry is another robot which is very interesting. G Unitry is another robot which is interesting. But yeah, so if there is anyone who can show me how to share the screen so that we can see how, give me an advice on comment and tell me how to share screen when I'm alive. Maybe me, I think with a phone, a smartphone, it can't work. I have to use a laptop. So I will bring my laptop, but it will require to have students because me, I teach languages online. And nowadays I teach math literacy, grade 12, grade 11, grade 10, grade 9, math literacy. If you have a child that you want her or him to study math literacy, you can come to me. Even I would upgrade and put mathematics. I'm still reading mathematics of South Africa. I teach the curriculum of South Africa. So I was talking about robotics, about humanoid robot. So the hands that the humanoid robot Optimus or Tesla humanoid robot has, they are like human fingers, five digits, and they are a little bit agile compared to others. But the agility, the capacity of agility, globally speaking, is more good with. With that one, which one is more good with Atlas? Atlas humanoid robot has more agility compared to other human robot. Atlas, it is more agile, but it doesn't have speech. It can't speak, and it doesn't have the fingers, the 5 fingers or the hands like human. It is still missing certain things, and that's what I found. When I will have the video, I will show you, and you will notice for yourself what it is happening. But there is another thing that I saw on those medias that they are talking about. The price of Optimus is reducing considerably. It is reducing. It is becoming. It is becoming more cheap. It used to be 20,000 US dollars, but now it is around 10,000 US dollars, and it will keep dropping until it will become $500, and people could afford it. And if it become $500, then it will be like a phone, a smartphone that you can buy in market, and people will start buying it. Especially these things, they start being expensive, but when they reach to a level, they start dropping the price. You know, the smartphone when they came, I knew the smartphone when it was still called the similar thing like a smartphone, still called iPad or iPod, yeah, iPod, and I was using it with a stick. It was in 2000, 2006, 2007. Imagine now, that time it was very expensive. It was not almost existing. Then they came BlackBerry in 2012. BlackBerry, which was almost near. BlackBerry didn't sell too much because it lost customers because of Rio smartphone, which came after. Rio smartphone, which came after, were the smartphone like Techno, the smartphone like Nokia. Nokia, I think they had a smartphone before any other, but Nokia is no longer being sold. Then they come Huawei, then they come Samsung, then they come Redmi, then they come other smartphone which are much better. And now we have even the one that they have is HTC, which Wildfire, which is more different from other phone in terms of brand, because it was, so now everyone can make smartphone and put a brand on market. So that's how now competition will come up, and humanoid robot will start being available to everyone, and they will be in many fields. Did you see my songs? I have put on my Facebook my my 13 my no my 12th album, and it is called Democratic. And there are some sorrow with some glitches, but I like them the way they are. So humanoid robot, they will be playing for us music. I will make a band with humanoid robot, and some will play piano, other will play drums, and I will play. I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? Comment. But you didn't show me how to share screen. What do you say? I see that I have people who are following me. They are around 10 people. And I'm grateful that you are making your sacrifice in this morning to talk to me and be with me. Now I'm gonna be alive every day, making something for you. But as I promised you, next time I will share screen or I'll make a video to show you the capacity of those humanoid robots so that you can know what is on the market. No need to struggle. And the field that they can work in driving. Those humanoid robots, they can work in driving. They can drive. If you have a humanoid robot and you have a car, it drive for you, and you collect money for Uber, and you make a living. And you put luggages in your thing, and you make a living. The creativity is a lot. Farming. In farming there are many things, but the most complicated thing in farming is plowing and sometime watering, because if you are in a dry season or you need to be watering regularly, watering is a problem. But if you have like 5 humanoid robots in your farm, you can water your plant with the humanoid robot, and you can plow, and Yeah, they call it digging. Some they call it digging. Yeah, you plow, you dig, and after digging, then you plant seeds or you plant seedlings, and you let them grow. After that, then you start watering it. Before they grow, even they have to be watered. So that task of watering, which is very complicated, it is done by humanoid robot. And other people who have a problem of back like me, back pain, you have to use you have to be feeling pain when you are pulling weeds. And when you are pulling weeds, humanoid robots can replace you in pulling weeds. They pull for you and they do every job that you would have been doing. That is many things. Another thing, humanoid robot can read for you books. It can read for you books. It can sit around. It can advise you. It can show you some skills. For instance, if you are doing medicine, and you want to operate a human being, but you don't know how, a humanoid robot can show you how to operate, which pressure to use, especially when you are doing like C-section. You will know when I'm saying C-section, you have to know the pressure that you use so that you can't cut the bladder or you can't cut the womb when you are doing C-section. And you cut with the right pressure and you open, and then you take the baby and you give to the owner of the baby, the parent of the baby. That's what I mean. That's C-section. So humanoid robot will show you all those skills. You practice on synthetic body. Synthetic body, they will be available as humanoid robots are developing. Synthetic human kind of human will be produced based on humanoid configuration, and that will be especially synthetic body, which we can use in research, in medicine, in many things, which can be used in terms of advancing our knowledge. Like another thing is stretching bones. Like when someone has a fraction, you have to stretch bone and place in the right place so that they can rejoin together after you stretched them. There are techniques, and it requires physics. But if you use too much energy, it's a problem. If you use less energy, it's a problem. So you have to be familiar with how much pressure or how much traction force will I have to use in order to stretch a leg of somebody. And that is another things is in medicine that humanoid robot will be showing you. There are other tools which you can use like simulation. Simulation can help you to understand by your own hands now. When you practice, simulation tells you you are doing a mistake. But with humanoid robot, you can be like with it. Let's come back to mechanics. You saw me, if you were with me spying on me, those who spy, but I can't encourage spying on me. I was visiting a garage where or a repairing shop where they were repairing where they were repairing scooters or bikes. They were repairing bikes, and as you seen what they were doing it opening a scooter. Certain scooter or bikes, they don't have a new opening. You have to cut and and uh, and you cut, you place, and after that you open. It means you have to make a certain breakthrough so that it can be opened. You have to know the tricks of opening. You have to know, and the other thing is when you are repairing, you have to know which breakdown is happening. If it is a spark plug that you have to replace, if it is a battery, if it is a wire which is not connected, if it is the engine, if it is the piston ring which is having a problem, if it is the starter motor which is having a problem, if it is the starting system which has a problem, if it is the gear which has a problem, if it is the transmission which has a problem, if it is the drive belt which has a problem, if it is the lights which have a problem, if it is the horn which has a problem, all those you have to know, and many things that I can tell. So those will learn, you will know with the humanoid robot, you will understand by its agility to show you how you can do it, how you can do everything, how you can discover things you can't go to spy to other people because you know spying on other people. They ask you money or going to study from other people. That's what I meant, not spying, because spying is illegal. But going to learn from other people, you will have to pay money, and that money, it will be, you know what it is, it will be too much money that you spend when you manage do, but you know so many fields and many ground. And there is another thing that you have to think about when we talk about this humanoid robots. It is and AI. Together with AI, now I'm starting to learn Kosa. I was learning Kosa. I was asking Kosa about, no, I was asking AI to tell me the the words which are similar in Kinyabwisha, in Lingala, that are similar as in Lingala or Kinyabwisha or Swahili as they are also in Kosa. And it gave me a list, but the list was not enough. And then I did also for verbs. And then I asked YouTube to give me now text or videos which they have subtitle in English, so that I can study them. I can study them through them by repeating them several times, because I'm trying myself to study Kosa. I don't know how long I will spend in South Africa, but that's a project that I'm on. But with AI now, with AI, whether humanoid robot or AI as a machine on your phone, you can ask it, because of certain things I'm asking AI, but AI is not giving me enough data, enough information. But sometimes with also YouTube is another kind of AI. It gives you some information which have been placed by human being. So with the humanoid robot which has enough database and enough quantity of information, you will be able to get certain things from it. It will teach you a language, and to be regular to remind you, because it cannot that you forgot. For it to never forget. It has a sequence of checking regularly if it has a methodology of teaching in itself. It have a methodology of checking regularly on you, asking you, do you remember this? Do you remember this? How do you say this? Did you check this? Did you do this? Remind you. As long as it is charged. And in the future, the humanoid robot will not use the plugged electrical system. It doesn't need to be plugged. It will be needing to use solar energy. They use solar energy, solar panels or solar brain. It uses solar energy, being maybe on its head, where there is a solar panel which brings electricity, or the whole body being electrified by solar receivers. Yeah, solar receivers, solar energy receivers, which will be helping the humanoid robot to be operating. And that will be advanced because cost of electricity will be reduced. Because still now, electricity, I used to think that electricity is not something interesting, because maybe you can use it when you have a internet cafe and you can sell internet if you are in a strategic place, or if you have a grinding machine or grind for people grains or corns or what. But you can't use it in farming as tools. But with nowadays, with humanoid robots, now you can charge the humanoid robot and it can go to plow for you, and you can benefit from that electricity. So creativity will be a lot, and that's how poverty will be lost for those who have land. They will no longer be, it will be lost, it will be uh, put aside. Yeah, poverty will be put aside for those who have land, because they use humanoid robot to farm, to plow, to do everything as I told you. Certain the main activities as I told you: plowing, planting, watering, pulling weed, and spraying. Yeah, all those activities. Me, I would choose to use to plant or to farm Irish potatoes, because it is my favorite. I used to farm Irish potatoes myself with my own hands. So when I know the cycle, I know I will a little bit consult, because I'm in South Africa. I will consult what they do here, especially when they spray, when you have to spray, when do you have to start to spray, when you have to pull weed, when you have to pull weed, when do you have to start. But I will check the calendar, how the cycle, how they use their cycle, so that, of their calendar, so that I can know what to do. But meanwhile, as I told you, humanoid robots are very beneficial, very beneficial, and they are not yet, in a way that people, they are not yet on a level that people are knowing them. I don't know why humanoid robots went so slow. or slowly than other things, because other things were so fast, so quick to be recognized or to be put in implementation, especially phones. I don't know why phones, smartphones, they came so quick and they were spread. Or internet, I don't know, because when internet was discovered, I think internet was discovered in the 70s, but it became to be popular and common in 90s, late 90s, for us in Africa or certain corners of Africa. But when you check into smartphone, it was so quick. But when it comes to humanoid robots, it goes slowly, slowly to be public, because certain people, of course, they have them in their home. They don't need anyone to tell them about anything that they have to know, like what I'm talking here. There is a humanoid robot which came very quick and disappeared. Many, some many, even Boston Dynamic, their first Atlas is no longer in scene. I don't know why they did that, because it was doing good performances. It was doing backflips. It was number one when I classified. Remember, if you check on my videos, the old videos, it was number one among the toppest, the five toppest of the world humanoid robots. But later on, they closed it, and the project was no longer. They replaced it by another one, which is performing good as well, but it doesn't, as I told you, it doesn't have speeches. But there are other robots which are disappearing. Asimo disappeared, but also Sophia. The thing that I liked from Sophia, which Sophia, they don't see any performance of it as special. But Sophia, something that it had a speech. I don't know if they were responding directly, meaning the tech technician or the technician were behind the scene responding through it as a phone, or it was having a sequence of speeches that could respond. Those are two options. If they were responding directly, then it means the job was not complicated. It was just something like a channel or a phone that they were using. But if it was having a sequence of database that it could respond from, it means it has a memory, and then it responds from selecting what to have to respond through that memory. I think Sophia was doing a good job. If I would have had a way of sharing screen, I would have shown you how Sophia was a little bit very advanced. She could do a conversation of 30 minutes, 1 hour, and she could respond accurately, interesting response, which are attracting to me. And that's more good, because a response has to be accurate. What people say, normally, there are responses that in mathematics that are with single answer. There is no other answer, or there are a limited answers that you have to answer. But in social science or human science, the answers can be different. But in English, certain answers are are uh, are by convention placed as the unique answer, as if they are the only option that you can have. That's what I saw with Sophia when they asked her, will the humanoid the robot eliminate the human being? The answer that she gave, it is what was spread among medias, among the world, English world. And that is not something that, yeah, normally I can applaud. But the way she was answering, globally speaking, it was good. And I liked the fact that she could last longer. She could last almost an hour talking, talking, talking. But nowadays they are no longer talking about it. I don't know why. Now, the other robot which is coming with a speech is Tesla. Tesla is responding as if some human is inside in it, but it is interesting. I want to see when they will give it a debate and see how it can, because normally we don't need a robot to be hard talker, because especially for me, for my interest, for those who need robot which can teach or what, that's another thing. But we need a robot to work, as I told you, to work in farm, to dig, to plow, to pull weeds, to, yeah, to water things, to spray, to water plants, to spray, all those activities. That's what we want. But things of saying that it has to be talking for long speeches like I'm doing. Now we're gonna do almost 30 minutes. I think today I will end at 33 minutes, and then the next time, as I have a big conversation, we go beyond. I told you, as I repeated, I repeat, so that anyone can see. I would have been happy if I would have had a way of sharing screen. And I asked those who are online to show me, or to comment through comment, to show me how to share screen with the smartphone, because me, I'm failing to do that. That's a way of that's another thing. When human being will be assisted with AI, the sharing of information and the knowledge will be democratic than it is today. It means many things, transparency and knowledge will be spread across everywhere in the world. And it means almost everyone will know everything. And I don't know how the economy will be like, because if everyone knows everything, if everyone have the same capacity as another, I don't know how the economy will be like. I would like to ask you, who are online, what do you think? What do you think about the economy being like, when everyone knows everything? Everyone, we know what they call a beehive. A beehive, normally a hive is where bees they are, and when they go, they fly together, they turn together, they do everything as if they have the common server, which they have like their hive. So the same as human, when the knowledge will be spread from the same server with the same knowledge, I don't know how the economy will be like. I don't know how everything of the structure that we used to be knowing on Earth will be like, because everyone will be knowing what everyone knows, and that will be tricky, because there will be no instructors, there will be no conceivers, because everyone can get a concept and instruction. You can instruct yourself because you know what's going on, and implementation now it will be a chaos, because unless, yeah, there will be an organization saying your limits are this, they are this, but things like instructors, conceiving, executing, as I said, you can do yourself, but instruction and the conception will no longer be something of certain people, not others. And that is very interesting, because if you are not familiar with that system, you feel weird. It feels like it is weird, because something is missing. People, they like hierarchy, where there is superior, where there is top superior, where there is the middle person, where there is the lower person, and the one that I would say the step on. But yeah, but now with the new configuration, yeah, there is no such thing. All people will be having the same knowledge, the same information, the same capacity, the same ways of executing. So what remains is the executing. Maybe to organize how people will organize, because always there will be a need of someone to organize. That's another top instruction. Yeah, at least to organize, because everyone can instruct themselves, everyone can do everything, but to organize them, even if they know the same thing, they know this, they have the same capacity, they have the same information, they have the same skill, but to organize them, to organize them, someone telling them, you are admitted here, you will be here, you will be doing this, you will be doing this, still there will be still something of instruction in terms of sharing task and being located to a certain place and being given limits. That is the new world that we are going in. I need your comment. I need everything, everyone to contribute and tell us. Now we have 3 viewers. That's an advancement. Hi to everyone. But you are not comment. Maybe I disabled the comment. I'm still learning how to use these things, because I'm using a phone. On laptop, it's more clear than this. And as I told you, and I asked you, can you tell me how to share screen? How to share screen? And that's so interesting. Many of those we talk them when we'll be sharing, when I will be showing you. But that time I will not be live, because I will share my screen and I will show you. I will show you what is happening on what is happening on humanoid robots in factories, and what advancement are happening. Yeah, there are remaining 3 minutes, and if you can phone me and tell me what you think, my phone is 07522 yeah, 73518. Let me repeat, 07522 If you can phone me and you can have a talk about these things, what do you think? Especially because me on comment would have been more good, because we would have been able to be commenting, talking to each other by writing. But I don't see where I can enable it. I don't see where I can enable it. Yeah, I will check. But yeah, so I gave you my phone. Maybe next time you tell me, you talk to me, and you tell me that everything would be like this. You would suggest what I can improve. Maybe the location. This, how do you see this location? Light is a little bit clear. You can see my face. We'll have to put. I will have to shave. I will have to shave. I don't know if my hair is good. What do you think? And yeah, and that's another thing. The other thing that we didn't see from many humanoid robots, they don't have a face. But are we interested in face for humanoid robots which are worker? The problem with humanoid robots that we have is that we think that they are human sometimes, and we think that they should have a certain maquillage, what we call maquillage, makeup, to look nice, to have a face like human, like a robot called, there is a humanoid like Sophia. They make makeup for her, and the same as Mecca or Mecca, I don't remember. Mecca, the UK humanoid robot, I don't know, Mecca or Mecca, I don't remember. It has, they do makeup for it. So there are certain humanoid robots for display the face to imitate human and to be a confusion, especially for those which look like human. When with synthetic body, they put everything so that you can see that it is like a human. Maybe there'll be certain sub patterns which will be showing you that this humanoid robot is not is not a human, is a humanoid robot. Maybe there'll be certain things, but with technology the way it will be advancing, it will be confusing and tricky to be knowing which one is which who is a human, who is not, and that will be a problem. And yeah, 5 minutes, 5 seconds are remaining. 1 second and we are done. Thank you. Have a good day. We had a good day together. Thank you. Aha. Mhm.